It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on IE Network, and this is the Heaven Hollywood Report. And let's get to it. We got a few things to talk about today. Very interesting things on top of that. So let's get to it, guys. And we're going to start it off with your boy, The Weeknd. And The Weeknd lost his voice.
Get your money back, but I'll do a show real soon for you guys. But I wanted to come out and personally apologize and tweet it or Instagram it or whatever. I want you guys to know that I can't give you what I want to give you right now. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I love you guys so much. You know how much this kills me.
The Weeknd said my voice went out during the first song and I'm devastated. Felt it go and my heart dropped. My deepest apologies to my fans here. I promise I'll make it up to you with a new date. And the fans were booing the guy. I mean, what would you like him to do? Continue on with half a voice and give you half a show? On a good note, The Weeknd is the only male artist to have 5 albums with over 3.5 million daily streams on Spotify today. Dawn FM 4.5, After Hours 6.2, Starboy 6.3, My Dear Melancholy 3.5, and Beauty Behind the Madness 3.5 million. So, are you going to give The Weeknd another chance? Cut him some slack. His voice went out, and he didn't want to give you a half show. I think that's very admirable of The Weeknd. So shout out to The Weeknd and feel better soon. Moving on to your boy Eminem. And Marshall Mathers is now just one award shy of an EGOT. And if you don't know what that is an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. He just won an Emmy for his performance at the Super Bowl. You know, the Death Row performance, the Dr. Dre, the Dr. Dre Umbrella performance. And they just won that Emmy for Best Performance on live during a live event. And it was for the Super Bowl. So congratulations to Eminem. One shy. He will be only the second rapper to do it. I believe Common is the only rapper to have gotten a EGOT. So congratulations on Eminem. I'll double check that. Actually, no male rapper has won the EGOT award. No rapper has won it. So he's one shy, and so is Common now one shy of the EGOT. Both of them missing the Tony. Moving on to Cardi B. And Cardi B, even though she isn't putting anything out, is still trending and still setting records, I guess you would say. Now, Cardi B, so I was checking out this stat here, and it says a female rappers with most weeks at number 1 this century, the Hot 100, and Cardi B leads all the female rappers with 16 weeks at number 1 this century. They have Lizzo down at 9 weeks, number 2. I don't consider Lizzo a rapper, so it would be Iggy Azalea 2 with 7 weeks. Megan Thee Stallion would be 3 with 5 weeks. And then Nicki Minaj would be 4 with 3 weeks. So that's on the Hot 100. I read that statistic, for most weeks at number 1. Now, also, all 3 of her pre-singles from her upcoming or forthcoming Southmore album have reached number 1 on the rhythmic radio. So if that's if radio is going to be the big part of what your sales are going to look like, she should be in pretty good shape going forward. But she has to drop that album soon. So we'll be looking forward to that. The album's already going to be platinum because of WAP and Up Another great move by Atlantic Records. So we are looking forward to the sophomore album, and we will see if she can keep up the momentum. Finally, Dan Schneider. And people were waiting for Dan Schneider to finally start catching some heat, especially since Jeanette McCready came out. And Dan Schneider is now starting to catch some heat because of Jeanette's book. Now, let me read this article. It says, a writer claimed that Schneider told her that women weren't funny and asked her to name one funny woman, while another alleged that he didn't like having female writers in the writer's room. So a lot of people are now starting to come out who was working with Dan Schneider, and now they're starting to come out, especially since Jeanette put that book out. A new investigation, I'm reading this from BuzzFeed, a new investigation from Insider cast and crew members who worked with the TV show creator Dan Schneider have alleged that his sets were disgusting, toxic, and hostile. The report comes shortly after the release of Jeanette McCurdy's personal memoir, which was called I'm Glad My Mother Died. Right, so it seemed like people didn't want to say anything, but now since that book, now they're saying things. And that's usually what happens. And usually Jeanette is like the whistleblower. In the memoir, McCurdy chronicles moments from her time on iCarly, a Schneider-created show, where someone called the creator massaged her shoulders, made her wear a bikini, and forced her to drink alcohol, all while she was underage. Okay, the other thing is, Schneider has been creating TV shows for Nickelodeon since the 90s. His show includes The Amanda Show, All That, Drake and Josh, and Victorious. In 2018, the network parted ways with him, with an investigation revealed he had verbally abused his colleagues. But a lot of people are saying it was way worse than verbal abuse. All right, it says here, also, though some of his young stars have alleged other types of abuse, the investigation found no evidence of this. Just last week, Alexis Nicholas, who played Nicole on Zoe 101, another show created by Schneider, protested outside of Nickelodeon's headquarters. So, a lot of these things are now going on. Also, there's that long, nasty rumor about him being Britney Spears' sister's baby father of, I believe, her first two kids, because the father has never really been located, never really been spoken upon, and they were saying that Dan Schneider possibly fathered those kids, but he paid out a bunch of hush money, and Nickelodeon paid the Spears a bunch of hush money, and Britney Spears' father gonna take money. He'll take money over his kids in a heartbeat. He's gotten away with a lot of years of unscathed. There is certainly a network behind him protecting him. This is what someone said. You'd think because his kids involved, they do him like Harvey Weinstein, but it's never happened. Nobody talks about how Jamie Lynn's daughter looks dead like him. So remember, I told you guys that a long time ago. The rumor about this dude, a rumor about this dude being the father of Jamie Lynn Spears' children. Someone says there's a video of, I believe I mentioned this before, there's a video of Victoria's cast members, who are all like kids, by the way, putting their feet to the camera and licking them and doing other things with their feet. I mean, so he's gotten away with it for many, many years. And this is what Jeanette was talking about when she was saying that the other girls, they know they feel the same way, and they felt some type of way about him, but they refused to speak up. And Ariana loved them. And you see, she got a whole lot from being on Nickelodeon. Right? Another article. It's been rumored for years about him being inappropriate with minors. I've heard rumors since Jamie Lynn Spears got pregnant. That was back in 2008. I'm sure rumors were swirling even before then. And his name always comes up in rumors about abusing minors. I've heard his name passed around before Weinstein, which was another open secret. And then a very good point. It's funny how R. Kelly is the biggest name to go down under the Me Too era for hurting underage kids. And I think the people in charge want it that way because the whole entertainment industry would implode. So we're going to see if more people start coming out about Dan Schneider because of Jeanette McCurdy's book. Jeanette may be the whistleblower and she may have opened up a can of worms. We're going to see if it comes back to haunt Dan Schneider, or does Nickelodeon have all those bases covered? I think he's going to get, with whatever he's done, I think he's going to get away with it. He's got away with it this long. It may be many, many years, right? It may be many years because Nickelodeon is tied into this too. You know, they said that, oh, we're going to part ways with him. That means whatever he got founded guilty of, they told him what it was, but they didn't want it out in the public because they've been letting him go for so long. Because why? He was creating hit TV shows. And the more successful you are, that's the longer rope you're going to get. We'll see what happens. Shout out to Jeanette. Go pick up that book if you can. It's I'm Glad My Mother Died. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood from the IE Network. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Peace.